It's a rare feat in Nigeria's public finance landscape. From a domestic debt burden of 74 billion naira in 2023, Ondo State now owes just 12 billion naira as of 2024, a staggering reduction of 82.6%. According to the latest report from the Debt Management Office, no other state in the Federation has matched this record, as Ebonyi comes next with a 76.2% reduction. Public analyst Bolu Esho welcomed the development, stressing that incurring debt without tangible outcomes amounts to nothing.
I prefer that the state government spends the entire money that we have in the coffers than with, development or infrastructure, commensurate infrastructural development. Yeah, I prefer that rather than saving money and then we have nothing to show for it, and the people are suffering out there. It's the reason they are there is to spend the money for the people and for the development of the state. So it's a good thing that at least they didn't incur debt and having nothing to show for it.
To Babatope Okeowo, reducing debt is commendable, but he believes borrowing remains a necessary part of governance and should be channeled into impactful fiscal projects.
Even USA, as big as its economy is still owing. All countries all over the world are owing. So Ondo State is not an exception. So reducing it is good, but what we want is not just for the debt to be reduced, but for government to use available resources for the benefit of the citizens. Are you getting my point? For instance, now, assuming we are not even owing, yes, very good, we are not owing, but we need money for roads, we need money for hospitals, we need money for other social infrastructures, and there's nothing wrong if the government borrow this money and use it to do all these things.
Chairman of the Ondo State Internal Revenue Service, Bayo Rojugbokon, described the achievement a significant development that has elevated the state's reputation among Nigeria's subnationals.
Debt is part of our GDP, it's an input to our GDP. So if we reduce our debt, it means that we have increased the competition, the basis for competition for our GDP. And that means Ondo State is placed at the highest stead in the committee of subnationals in Nigeria. And no wonder there's news about it, that Ondo State is about the first state in Nigeria to have done that, have achieved that. Well, it depends on the policy of the governor, and the governor has shown to us that he meant well for the state. So he wants to have a clean book for the state to start afresh, to take a different leap for what others believe to do. So the benefits is so much. For instance, now we have investors that will believe more in the economy of Ondo State. A lot of investors will come to Ondo State. A lot of other financial institutions too, local and international, will want to approach Ondo State because we have shown we have shown to the whole world that we are not interested in owing. That when we owe, we use it for development and we pay at the right time.
Since assuming office in December 2023, Governor Aiyedatiwa has prioritized the clearance of salary backlogs, gratuities, and payments to contractors, restoring public and investor confidence in governance. Now that Ondo State has set a new benchmark in subnational fiscal discipline, stakeholders are keen to see how this momentum will be sustained. For now, the state stands tall as a model for prudence in governance. Omorinola Hungbeji, OSRC News.